Good morning. It is July 4th, 2021, and 3 months ago today, April 4th of 2021, I was diagnosed with a glioblastoma, which is an aggressive form of brain cancer, where the usual prognosis is if you have no treatment, you have about 3 months to live from the date of diagnosis. And well, it's 3 months, and here I am. Now, clearly, I've had some treatments. I've had a craniotomy, I've had radiation, I've had chemo, hence the no hair. A lot's happened in the last 3 months, of course, but this video is kind of to commemorate the 3-month mark. And, if it turns out to be useful for somebody, great. If not, that's fine. Just move on to the next video. Yeah, long story short, 3 months ago today, or 3 months ago yesterday, I suppose, I had a seizure, which I didn't recognize was a seizure at the time. My wife convinced me that we were going to the ER after some back and forth. We got some images of the brain. There was this golf ball size dude inside my right parietal lobe, so somewhere over here, pushing the center line of my brain over, and obviously not making good decisions, had some seizures. Yeah, really bad news all around. I live in a rural state, so we don't have a huge medical center nearby. So I ended up getting life flighted down to the nearest university hospital. And at the university hospital, they took more images. They did a full craniotomy. You can probably see the scar, hopefully. Yeah, they did the craniotomy, so I went through the neurosurgery 3 months ago today, pretty close to 3 months ago now. Then recovery time, I was back at home for a while, moved down to the university hospitals, got housing figured out, all of that stuff. Started the radiation. Radiation was certainly interesting. They kind of lock you to a table and have the machine rotating around your head and firing radiation at your head as they're targeting the tumor. The chemo was really nasty to begin with all of the side effects, but we got a handle on that, and we were able to do the chemo not too bad because it was oral. I didn't have to be hooked up to the IV. But that was 7 days a week for 6 weeks. And during the whole thing, boy, I don't know, one of the biggest motivators for me was to just not give up and sit there and say, oh, I'm just going to take the treatment and then we'll move on with our lives. But no, actually kind of move on with my life as we were doing it. So I fought through all the fatigue, which the fatigue is pretty significant. I mean, they tell you, oh, you're going to feel tired. And yeah, right. Okay. No, you feel like a toddler who's going to be taking naps every afternoon, like full-on crashed-out toddler naps. Work was basically impossible, but I kind of fought through work. Was able to do some work at least. Thankfully, I could do that remotely. Yeah, we were able to get out and do some adventures like hiking and camping and stuff during treatments. Able to get out and explore the new city that we were living in, which was kind of interesting. It was a city we probably wouldn't have ever decided to move to, but it was cool. Got to eat some good restaurant food, that sort of thing. My family came multiple times and visited. Brothers, sisters, and other friends came to visit just to help us out. Even simple things like do laundry and cook for us and stuff like that, and just hang out. So that was all good. Normally, the prognosis on this sort of thing is, if you have no treatment, you've got 3-ish months to live from diagnosis, which I had treatment. And then with radiation and chemo combined, they usually say 6 to 18 months. So here I am at month 3, and they say 6 to 18 of living with this this aggressive brain tumor. Keeping a positive outlook increases that Some of the other clinical trial sorts of things may increase that, but basically none of the treatments are curative. There is nothing that's curative. Even the resection, I mean, they took what I kind of humorously think of like an ice cream scoop and just kind of scooped out the tumor, but it'll grow back. So at some point, it'll come back. Maybe it won't. Looking at the statistics, you know, something like 5% of people make it 5 years. And so we're 3 months in. I'm still alive. And I hope to be sitting right here 4 years and 11 months from now, so 5 years in, saying, you know, here's my 5-year check-in video. Maybe I won't be, but hopefully I will be, you know? So, yeah, that's that. 3 months ago, things changed pretty drastically. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. It's just, you know, we get to continue pushing on and moving and hiking and running and enjoying the beautiful mountains and living with a little time bomb inside of my head. So that's kind of fun. All right, well, I've rambled long enough. If this video has proved useful, great. I'm glad for it. If it hasn't, you know, whatever, move on to the next one. See ya. Actually, you know what? I'll see you in a month. Or maybe I'll see you in 3 more months.